Hi everyone, my name is Zinab Abdulkadir. Today I'll be going over my video vlog number 2 for Dr. Bhaskaran's Information 645 Risk Management course from Mercer University. The first question that I will be answering today is, what are the 4 basic elements of negligence? Before I go into the 4 elements, I would like to define it. I'm using a course book that I found from previously from nursing school called Morals and Ethics in Healthcare. The definition of negligence is the failure to do an act which a reasonable, careful person would do, or doing of an act which a reasonable, careful person would not do under the same or similar circumstances to protect oneself or others from bodily injury, death, or property damage. There are 4 distinct elements of negligence, which includes duty of care, breach of duty of care, causation, and damages. So the first element, duty of care, is basically states that a duty of care arises when the law recognizes a relationship between 2 parties, and due to this relationship, one party has a legal obligation to act a certain manner towards the other. So, for example, a doctor or other medical care providers and professionals have a duty to treat their patients in a medically appropriate manner. In some situations, they must warn their patients of risks involved with a given course of treatment. And if something was to occur under your scope, you, as a healthcare professional, you have to properly treat the patient and avoid excessive treatments or other things that may cause more damage to the person. The second one is breach of duty of care, and this is a person or entity such as a business, government agency, or healthcare organization where there's a breach of duty of care by failing to exercise reasonable care in fulfilling the duty that was assigned. So that's basically like a surgeon removing the wrong kidney from a patient, and the patient now currently has no functioning kidneys. The third element is causation, and this is just the breach of duty of care must be a legal cause of harm suffering by the injured person. So this is basically like there's a spill on the floor in a hospital, and environmental services are aware of the spill, and other people who work on the unit are aware of the spill, but no one picks up the spill or notifies someone to clean it up, and someone slips and falls and break their hip. So this causes a reasonable related to the breach of the duty of care. So the fourth element is damages, and this is when there's an injured person must suffer a damage or injury that can be redeemed by money or damages, which in legal terms are basically compensation. So this is basically like a hardware store owner putting nails on a weak shelf, and the weak shelf falling over on a customer, and the customer suffering injuries that causes that person to not be able to work, and bills pile up. So the patient, the individual that was hurt and caused the damage to, is now able to receive the compensation that they lost during that period of recovery. So what are the elements that are necessary for consent? There must be competency. So basically the individual that's receiving must be able to comprehend the medical information and consequences of the decisions that's being made. There must be amount of accuracy of information given. So basically they must be aware of all the risks, the benefits, and alternative methods. And the patient needs to understand the responsibilities of the healthcare provider to identify and overcome such barriers such as fear, illness, undereducation. Voluntariness, the individual must be able to voluntarily make a decision, and without any coercion of being told they have to do this, and an authorization, which is a legal document saying that there should be basically an agreement of the course of action that will be taking place. And the last question is, how can a healthcare information system assist in consent management? So healthcare information system professionals can assist in case management by consent management by utilizing software that protect and track consent forms if needed. Healthcare information system individual can retrieve and share these information for patient medical information for the far or near future, and this can also protect patients' privacy and security. Thank you.